Scorpio, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? What is good? What it do? Time for your October 2025 main monthly reading. Happy early birthday, by the way. I swear to God, man, it feels like it was maybe 5-6 months ago. I was dressing up like Slash for Halloween. Time has doubled since 2020, y'all. I swear to God, it's doubled. And I'm not even exaggerating when I say that, like at all. I mean that so seriously. Before 2020, a year felt like a year. Now, a year feels like 6 months. 2 years now feels like what a year felt like before 2020, you know? It's fucking mind-blowing. Anyway, October 2025 for Scorpio. Any of you need a personal reading? You can always go straight to my website if you want, tarotwithrich.com. I do have a link for that right down here in the description of this video. All right, let's jump into this. We're going to see what's going on with the singles and the person that you're interested in. Single Scorpios and your love interest. Anything happening in October? Anything good? Anything bad? Anything at all? Ooh, Magician. Some of y'all might be trying to manifest this. Be careful with that. I don't know who needs to hear that, but be careful with that. I think maybe I should talk about this for a couple of minutes. This may not be all of you, but I know there's one or two of you out there. Be careful attaching a specific face and name to your manifestation. It don't work like that. I know there's a lot of idiots on the internet teaching you that you can do that. That is dangerous. That is really, really, really dangerous. Because essentially what you're doing is you're trying to infringe on someone's free will. Now, I want to give these people the benefit of the doubt who are teaching this stupid ass shit, man. I want to assume that the reason somebody is teaching you that you can do that is because what they did was they added a face and name to their manifestation. And maybe they had a soul contract with that person. And it worked. And that's possible. That is possible. But just very generally speaking, you cannot tap into divine energy and use it to twist somebody's free will. You cannot make somebody feel a certain way. You cannot make somebody see things a certain way. And if you try to do that, oh, you cross the line into black magic. And that will, not might, not could, that will take the biggest chunk out of your ass later on down the line. I promise you that. What you can manifest is the opportunity to shoot your shot. That's what you can manifest. No, I've experienced that many times. Matter of fact, that's the very first thing that I ever set out to try to manifest when I was homeless, was the opportunity to shoot my shot with somebody I was trying to be with. And if I had time to tell the story, it's mind-blowing how it worked out. But anyway, I don't know who needed to hear that, but be careful. You can manifest your divine life partner, but you don't get to pick who it is. All right, let's see though. Okay, 10 of Wands reversed. Yeah, see, an open door of opportunity. The door is hanging wide open and ain't nobody taking action. So I think it's getting to a point where this is just starting to cause so much nervousness and anxiety. No forward movement happening here. So you're contemplating on whether or not you should just walk away from this and move on. I think you're just tired of the burden. You're tired of this situation weighing on you. ready to make a decision. And honestly, with the Eight of Cups, Six of Swords, looking like you might just make a decision to completely move on from this. You're swimming to the surface so that you can pop your head above water and get some air so you can think clearly. Trying not to let your emotions get the best of you, but that is a hard thing to do. But I think you're probably making a decision to walk away from this and move on from it. All right, well, let's see their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions. What are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? See, King of Wands. Very stuck in their ways. Very much so. Could be a fixed sign for some of you. A fellow fixed sign. Uh-oh. Five of Wands. Oh, Strength card. Ooh, this person is bottling up a lot of shit. A whole lot of shit. This person's a ticking fucking time bomb. Boy, that could be a Leo for some of you. Yeah, ticking time bomb. Maybe walking away from this probably would be the best decision. I normally try not to go straight to that, and this isn't the advice yet. Just from what I'm seeing, though, the Strength card, they're holding back and bottling up a lot of shit. That one wrong move, say one thing the wrong way. They take one thing you say the wrong way, and pow! But Nine of Cups, Devil. Looks to me like somebody that wants to remain single and have sex-based connections. Very superficial, surface level, cares more about money, about the way things look, about the way people perceive them. Which again, that's not a bad thing. Okay, don't take that the wrong way. Money is not bad. Caring about your appearance is not bad. Okay, but when that's all you give a fuck about, that is a disease plaguing the minds of people in today's day and age. A lot of people out there care more about how they look on social media than they care about what's actually going on in their real life. They would rather look a certain way to everybody than actually work towards building the kind of life that they're trying to make it look like they're living, you know? And that's when it becomes a problem. This person's very, very guarded. Very guarded, but probably, this person's fake as hell. Fake as shit. That's all I can say about this. They're fake as fuck. Some of you could be dealing with somebody that has an addiction issue, potentially. And some of you may be dealing with somebody who has a secret addiction issue that you don't even know about. Just throwing that out there. Could be a Capricorn for some of you. Also got Cancer, Leo. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. All right. Well, we got the outcome in the very first spread. So let's get the advice. What is the best advice? What's the advice? Is that the best idea? I know I think it is, but let's just see what comes through here. Four of Swords didn't reverse. Don't spend too much time deliberating what decision you're going to make. Six of Cups, Strength. Okay. Yeah, don't spend too much time overthinking this. You shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to, first of all. But that aside, I'm telling you, this individual is bottling up shit that there's a whole other side of them that you don't even know. A whole other side of them. So, honestly, I think that if you had the ability to follow through with a difficult decision because you know that's what needs to be done, regardless of how it feels, this whole situation could lead you closer to your actual person. It very well could. Now, that's a slow process. I'm not saying that you're just going to jump straight from this person to your divine life partner overnight. You have to equalize the vibration to attract that person. A vibrational change is a timely process. But I think that this whole situation here and the healing from it and the learning from it and integrating what you're learning into your path very well could lead you very close to your actual person. Just saying that. That's all I'm going to say. Take that information and do with it what you will. All right, let's see what is due to come in next for the singles. What's due to come in next for the singles? Do. Okay, some of y'all got an earth sign headed your way. Could be somebody at a distance from, oh yeah, god damn, all three of them. Back to back to back. Holy shit. Yeah, a lot of you dealing with somebody at a distance though. I got all three of them. 8 of Wands, Ace of Wands, and the Chariot. Every card dealing with travel and distance came out back to back to back. That's crazy. But here's what's weird though. With the 2 of Wands, you are really not sure whether or not this is a wise idea. You can't determine whether or not this will turn into something long-term and successful or just crash and burn like everything else. It may not be a distance, right? But there's some sort of energetic blockage between the two of you. I think, though, that a distance is probably the most common blockage that we see in relationships, you know? I think so. But whatever the energetic blockage is, whether it's a distance or like conflicting work schedules or maybe like a family or friend, you know, like a third party, not like a lover, but you know, have you ever dealt with somebody that has like a friend that's in their ear, you know? Oh, what are you doing with them? You don't need to be in a relationship right now. You need to be single, to be out having fun. You're too good for them, this and that, blah, 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 putting their fucking opinion where it doesn't belong. Could be that. Some sort of energetic blockage. Or maybe for some of you, it could be a past person, potentially. You know? And you don't know, it doesn't look, hang on, how am I going to say this? You're not really optimistic about their willingness to do what needs to be done to overcome the blockage. See what I'm saying? So, like if it's a distance, what do you have to do to overcome that blockage? somebody gonna have to leave their fucking life behind, right? Or conflicting work schedules. What are we gonna do to overcome that blockage? Somebody gotta go find another fucking job, right? Or maybe it's your mom in your ear. Oh, what are you doing with them? You're too good for them. Blah, 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 blah. That destroys a lot of relationships, man. That parent of yours, like your mom, has never had a successful relationship in her life, and she's in your ear. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that destroys lots of relationships. Lots and lots of them. Whatever it is, though, you're not convinced that this person is willing to do what it takes to overcome the blockage. Let's see how they really feel about you and what their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions are. Ah, see, they're the same way. They're the same way. Now, this is where it gets slippery and tricky. This is where it gets real slippery and tricky, because when you got two people who are both so hesitant and reluctant, I can't think off the top of my head of a time where I've ever seen that change course. Because I think you all are mirroring each other as far as that goes. I don't think they have bad intentions. Let's just put it like that. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think they're just playing around. I don't think that they're using you. I think they feel the exact same way you feel. They have trust issues. They're very reluctant. Like, say it is a distance, for example. Well, what if I uproot, leave my life behind, and then it just falls the fuck apart? Or what if you uproot, leave your life behind, and come here, and now I'm responsible for you, then it falls the fuck apart, and now you're 1,000 miles away from anybody, and I'm responsible for you, you know? So, yeah, they're afraid of heartbreak. They're afraid of getting hurt. Yeah. But, I mean, they do want a relationship, though. That's the thing. So, yeah. Okay. Let's just get the advice on this. I don't need a tarot card to tell you where that's going to go. Let's get the advice. Oh, Five of Pentacles. Seven of Cups reverse, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. Okay. So there's no, like, rule book behind how you handle situations like this. Not really. But I will tell you one thing. There is a window of time that, just from an energetic perspective, nothing else matters. We're just talking about energy, frequency, and vibration. There's a window of time where if we cross the line past the fucking window of time, doesn't matter what you do, it's not going to work. I would say within the first month, if we don't at least have a good idea of what we're going to do to take things to the next level, you better dedicate the second month to finding out. You better. Whether it's a distance, conflicting work schedules, or that person shoving their nose where it don't belong. Okay, well, we gonna take care of this here real soon, right? 30 days in, 40 days in, 50 days in. If I'm still racking my brain trying to figure out where this is going, I tell you what, I'm gonna abandon the whole situation. So, whatever conversation you need to have, don't just sit around and hang around and wait. That's another thing that you see destroying a lot of relationships is two people just hanging around and waiting. Two people waiting on each other. I'm waiting on you to make the first move. You're waiting on me. Somebody got to be the bigger person and initiate something. Somebody do. Doesn't matter who. Somebody do. And if it don't happen, it does not take long for a cycle to begin. It doesn't take long at all. Doesn't take long at all. 60 days, 90 days, whatever persists for the first 90 days is going to continue for the next 90, for the next year, for the next 2 years. That's about how long it takes for a cycle to begin. All right. Let's look at the current long-term relationship. Current long-term partner. So if you're not in a long-term relationship, this is not for you. If you are in a long-term relationship, but the two of you are not experiencing any problems, this is not for you. How are things looking in October between Scorpio and the current long-term partner? Star card. Okay. Ooh. Looks like y'all are really trying to work through this. But it's almost like I'm trying to work through this, but the connection's just not there anymore, I don't really know a better way to explain that. I think you're working through it successfully. It's looking like y'all are doing a good job. But on the other hand, it just doesn't. The fire is not there anymore. The love, the passion, it's just not there, So, it just kind of feels like this connection is getting weaker and weaker and weaker with time. I don't know, man. I don't think this is an ending, but I do think this is a slow, gradual deterioration of the connection. But I don't think separation is happening. Some of you could be dealing with a fellow Scorpio. I also have Taurus, Aquarius. Goddamn, 3 fixed signs. Come on now. Fixed signs and fixed signs, that is very challenging. Very, very, very challenging. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra. I also have Cancer. 3 fixed signs, 2 cardinal signs. Anyway, it could be anybody. Those are just energies. Other than that, everything's looking good. But it definitely feels like all the fire is gone. Definitely. All right, well, let's see how they feel about you. Let me see, was there a super chat in there? I think I saw a super chat. Yeah. Scorpio Riviere, thank you for the super chat. Let's see their feelings, energies, and intentions towards you. How do they see you? How do they feel about you? What are their thoughts, feelings, and opinions? Hopes, dreams, and expectations. Oh, 6 of Wands. I didn't expect that. That's a weird energy to jump out. Tower reversed. Well, this is weird because I almost, well, first of all, God damn it, don't get me started on this. I ain't got the energy for this tonight. It almost looks like for some reason they're not even aware of what the problem is. Or they're not, it almost looks like they're either not aware that there's a problem at all, or they don't care. I would imagine that you have told this person what fucking time it is by now, right? Got to clear the air a little bit here, man. I couldn't imagine that you have not told this person what fucking time it is. I could not imagine that. So either, maybe it's not that they don't care. Maybe it's just that they don't fully understand how serious the problem is. This person doesn't want to be alone. Now, at the same time, yeah, they don't really feel a very strong connection anymore. They do kind of feel like this connection has expired, but they just don't want to be alone. You know, that's such a strange energy. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I mean, I've seen where a person doesn't realize that there's a problem. And I've seen where somebody just knows there's a problem and doesn't give a shit. But I can't tell. I've never seen it laid out like this, where it's like, it's almost like maybe you've told them that there is a problem and they're not picking up what you're putting down. That type of energy, you know? Or maybe they're just wanting to ignore the truth. That makes more sense. Now that this comes out, they're ignoring the truth. All right, well, let's get the advice. What's the advice? World card reversed. And the Eight of Cups. Okay, well, damn, I had a very similar message for Libra just a minute ago. That's weird. Maybe some of you could be dealing with a Libra. I don't know, but I want to see if I can figure out a different way of explaining it. Basically, you have one or two choices. Either boot, scoot, and boogie on out of there, or continue repeating the cycle. About all you can do. Or here's another one. Now, this only works under one condition. But one thing you can do to increase the chance of longevity, I was telling this to a sign yesterday, I forget who it was. Just step back, let go, and say, fuck it. You are who you are. I don't care. What I got's what I got. It is what it is. Fuck it. You just be you. I'm not going to change you. I'm not going to change your mind. I don't care. Now, that only works under one condition. If you're dealing with a person who's constantly starting fights with you, it won't work like that. It won't work like that. So if you're in one of those relationships with somebody who turns anything and everything into a fight, like literally everything, doesn't matter what you do, doesn't matter what you say, right? They're always bitching about the same thing. Like, say, for example, you keep putting the toilet paper roll on backwards. and they're always bitching about it. So you start flipping the toilet paper roll around the right way. Now they're bitching because you're not putting the dishes away the way they want you to. Then you start putting the dishes away. Now they're bitching about how you hang your clothes in the closet, right? Then you start hanging your clothes in the closet the way they want. Now they're bitching about, see, because it's a sickness in somebody's mind, right? Where they're addicted to fighting and bitching. So it's not you. There's nothing you can do. It doesn't matter what you do. Their body has become physiologically addicted to the chemicals produced by negative emotions. So their brain is constantly searching for something to bitch about. Constantly. And it doesn't matter what you do. When they're bitching about this, if you fix that problem, now they got to find something else to bitch about. You fix that problem, now they're going to find something else to bitch about. And there's just nothing you can do. Nothing you can fucking do. And I'm saying that because I feel like some of y'all might be dealing with that kind of situation. If that fits your story, all you can do is walk away. It's all you can do. All you can do. That's never going to get resolved. Ever. I'm telling you, I've been there. It's never going to get resolved. No matter what you do, it's going to be a fight. No matter if you bend over and do everything that they're asking, they're going to find something else to fight about. All you can do is walk away from that. But if that's not the dynamic, the best way to increase longevity is just step back and say, all right, fuck it, man. I'm no longer going to complain about this. I'm not going to try to make you see things that way. I'm not going to try to get you to see my perspective on this. You are who you are. I'm just going to let you be you. And I'm just going to focus mainly on keeping myself happy. Fuck it. That's about all you can do here. But again, we got the death card again. Again. It's being drained dry and depleted. The cup no longer runneth over. So, all right. I feel like those were the messages that my Scorpio family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, the information for personal readings is all down here in the description. All right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity.